Hello, welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I am your host, Francy Hall, and we are going to be joined today by Dr. Beth with Horizon Eye Care, talking about the sale on sunglasses all during June, among other interesting things. And we've got some special people coming from an organization called Recovery is Happening. And they are Executive Director Tiffany Hunsley and Program Coordinator Phil Rutherford. And they're going to be having a forum here in our community on June 6th that is about the resources available to and the obstacles facing people who are in addiction recovery, long-term addiction recovery. So stick with us for that. We are your community connection, bringing you these wonderful community events, and helping us with that are our supporters, our sponsors. And so we would like to acknowledge them, and we hope that you will give them your business and your support. Our premier supporters are the City of Owatonna, Express Personnel Services, and the Owatonna Public Utilities. Thank you so much for being our sponsors. Our primary sponsors are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care, formerly called Sterling House and Clarebridge, Little Theater of Owatonna, and the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you. Our interlude supporters are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlston Brandstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, the Owatonna Business Incubator, Snap Fitness, the Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Inc. Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. We thank you all for your sponsorship, your support, and your ability to help connect us to the community. Stick with us, folks. We have a great show coming up for you. Coming up next, we have got Horizon Eye Care.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Gilthvedt.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm your host, Francy Hall, and we are here at Horizon Eye Care with Dr. Beth, and we're going to be talking about a lot of exciting things. Number one, sunglasses on sale, and also there's a lot of really neat goodies here in terms of new lines and some other new stuff coming up that Beth wants to talk about. So,
Absolutely.
hello.
Hello. Thank you for having us here today. We're happy to be here, and we're happy to announce that the entire month of June is Sunglasses Month at Horizon Eye Care. And for the month of June, we will be offering 25% savings on all sunglasses, with one exception, our Costa Del Mars, which are very special, which you are wearing a Costa Del Mar sunglasses. Those are 20% off, and that will also include prescription sunglasses as well. And then the 25% off on prescription sunglasses, including any of the lines that you see here, plus some of the new lines. So we have a variety of glasses out here. We've been trying them on, and we've been having a lot of fun. And that is part of the fun of coming to Horizon Eye Care, is seeing yourself in a new look, new sunglasses, new prescription glasses.
And they have something for everyone, because my face is very small and very hard to fit. And it just so happens that I came in wearing this, and these glasses match perfectly.
Just perfect fit. And while we're looking at those are the Costa del Mars. Costa del Mars come out of Florida, and they are born on the water. That's their slogan. And they are perfect for outdoor water sports, especially. They are just absolutely the best. They're polarized. You can see down into the water, see the fish that you're catching. They protect your eyes from the glare.
Wow.
Everybody who has worn a Costa will come back and ask for a Costa del Mar again, because they are so good.
These were so comfortable.
The quality is just, you can't beat it. You just really can't beat it.
I want to point something out. This has something I've never seen. It's got this nice little gripper that
nose
is
pad.
not, when I go like that, I hate it when they pull my hair up.
Right,
When they
right.
have, what are those called?
The
The
nose
little nose
pads.
clips. So these are really neat.
Those are very, very neat.
Might have to go home with me.
I'm wearing my prescription sunglasses, and these are BCBGs, so we have a lot of fashion lines also. So I'm going to switch just so I can see a little bit better in here. We also have, Francie, besides the BCBGs, we've got the Kate Spades. That's a very, very popular style. This one might fit.
Oh, look at
and
this.
I want you also to try the BCBG's Petite Fit. That's look at
These
that.
fit, and they're not the petite fit,
No,
are
and
they?
this one is the petite fit, and this one is one that really works well. So, again, a little bit of bling. If you turn your head, you've got a little bit of bling there. A little bit of bling is very, very, very in right now.
Goes a
We
long
really
way.
Like that goes a long ways. Another thing that we do find a lot of people like are the fit-overs or the cocoons, and I'm going to go ahead and put these on because I'm wearing my glasses, and they fit right over. And a lot of people prefer not to have a tag, but they prefer to have this type of frame. It does protect from the front, the top, the sides. Especially people who have had cataract surgery or who have cataracts appreciate the glare blocking features on these. And again, they are polarized. Now you can get these in both a brown tint or a gray tint.
And what is the difference between the brown and gray tint? Why would I care?
Well, sometimes it's just a personal preference,
Okay,
Francie.
color.
Color. I like the gray tint personally because it keeps your colors true. It cuts down the light in all wavelengths from the ultraviolet all the way up to the red, and that keeps your colors true. Many people prefer the brown because it cuts out more of the blue light, being kind of an amber tone, and that amber tone takes the blue out of the sky and heightens your contrast. These are especially good on a slightly foggy or cloudy day, but sometimes it's just a personal preference. I think things are almost a little brighter in a way with the brown than they are with the gray.
So might the brown be better for driving, for example, if there's greater contrast?
It is. They're very
Okay.
good for driving, but so are the gray. But whatever makes your eyes comfortable. The other thing that's nice about wearing sunglasses is none of us really want to have wrinkles, and we are protecting
Sure we
our
do.
eyes from those, protecting the soft skin around our
Sure.
eyes from developing those wrinkles by protecting them from the sun, from the ultraviolet light. So wearing sunglasses is very, very, very important. Let me point out one other thing that we carry. We carry the Wiley X, and if you notice here,
wow, those are
there's
cushioned.
a cushion behind here, or a foam insert. This is designed for the cyclist, motorcycle or biker, because it protects from the wind getting behind your sunglasses.
Oh, so it's a
which
seal.
It seals up. Go ahead and
So
pop
they're
those
both.
on.
So these might look funny because I'm pretty small, but
But you see
Those
how
are-
those very
wow.
comfortable. She can wear
That's
a very,
pretty good.
very wide variety of our
really,
sunglasses.
just
they all
we'll
look
show
good.
you a really big pair on me. That'll be funny, but yeah, these
So
are these
those are really nice too, and especially, and we can put
for
prescriptions in.
comfort in general, even.
Another one that we have just brought in are the Adidas, and some of them also, you'll know the Adidas name, have the foam
Oh, yeah.
and the flexible nose pads here. So again, those are really good, impact resistant. And for the majority of these, we can put prescription lenses in these. You don't have to get them just if you wear no prescription or wear contacts. But
So
try-
prescription meaning even the
Prescription, like
bifocals or trifocals or anything?
trifocals, any
oh,
of
this
that.
is going to be funny. Wow, I'll tell you what though, this is really, it's just great. I can see so clearly. These must be the higher contrast ones.
Those are high contrast, yes, high definition.
Yeah, these are nice.
You mentioned getting it with a bifocal in it, and if you need a bifocal, but don't really need a prescription for seeing far away. But you kind of like to maybe be able to see to read maybe a little bit.
It's nice to be able to see to read.
This one has a slight bifocal in it.
I see
No,
that.
no prescription in the top, slight bifocal in the bottom, so you can actually see up close if you need that sort of thing. And again, that's a Costa Del
Do
Mar.
they come in different,
Lens colors
reading
and powers? Yes.
Really?
Mhm. Yep, we can do that too. So we have anything you could want, from the Wiley X, the Adidas, the Costa Del Mar, the BCBGs, the Kate Spades. We've also got a new line of actual Polaroid. Now this one we thought really looked good on
Super
Francie.
blingy. I like it.
Yeah.
So-
Now that's the traditional aviator style, and we've got the aviator style in the more deep, and then we've also got the Polaroid in the more
Now, what is
square.
Polaroid exactly?
Well, polarization, and Polaroid is a brand name. Polarization is in all of our sunglasses, virtually all. There may be a few without, but polarization you can think of as Venetian blinds, okay? It cuts the glare that bounces up off the car hood, off the street, off the water, and it cuts the rays that are coming from that direction without cutting the rays of light that are coming in a vertical direction. So it reduces the amount of light reaching the eye and takes away the glare that comes off surfaces, and it makes it very comfortable. It's much easier to see, and we really, for people who are driving, school bus drivers, over-the-road drivers, anybody who drives,
Most of us drive.
polarization is really what you want. So,
I
and
have
then,
to show them these. This is
Oh.
what Leanne tried these on, and I think that she should get them, Gary, if you're watching. She should get
These
these.
are-
They're
these
so
definitely-
cute on her.
They look adorable on you too.
Aren't they just
They are
precious?
and that's one of our new lines. That is the Ella line.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have. Let's get the other ones. This is the other ones that we really loved on Leanne, but they'll look good on Francie too.
Oh,
this is
I don't know about
Ziggy.
that.
This is a brand new line called Ziggy, and there are some really
Ziggy, zaggy,
fun,
ziggy, zaggy.
really fun looks in this one. This was another one that I think we really liked on you, Francie. That was.
I think
Was it
maybe
that
not.
one, or
These
was
might
it
have
a
made me look
different one?
cross-eyed, but
So, maybe not those then.
No.
That was a different pair. Anyway,
But
the
there's
Ziggy.
so many
the
to choose
Ziggy,
from.
We've got the Aspire, which
I love that
I'll try
color.
this one on. This
Yeah,
color is one of my
really
favorites, and
nice.
it's got kind of a crystalline.
Yeah.
Very crystalline. One of the
Really
things
nice.
that women often like as we get a little older is something that gives us a little bit of a lift. Doesn't draw our face down, but draws our face up. So
Mm-hmm.
we try to find the best fit and the best look for each individual person.
Mm-hmm.
So
or just cover them up. This is good. I love these. I think
I think
take
you
these
should get
home.
those for
So
sure.
we have. There's a broad selection, just a
Absolutely.
great selection, and all the sunglasses on sale,
All the sunglasses on sale, 20 to 25%
and
off.
something to fit every face. Because if you can fit my
Absolutely.
face with this many glasses, really, it's hard to do.
Lots of bling too.
Lots of bling. And there was something else exciting that's coming up too that we want to talk
Very exciting. Yes, we are going to be moving our facility, our clinic. We're going to be moving out to Harvest Lane. That's located right across from the Homestead Hospice House in the Daybreak Edition. And we are breaking ground probably as we speak to build a new facility.
Exciting.
We will have better parking, which is a big
That
plus
is
for all
important.
of our patients. We'll have a much expanded area for viewing our glasses, much more expanded for taking care of our patients and adding some new technology. And we are bringing in a new doctor. Many people know Dr. Penny Visna of Family Vision Care, and she is joining Horizon Eye Care as we go into this new building, as well as Dr. Nick
Wonderful.
Vincelli, my partner.
Wow, wonderful.
So lots of exciting things we hope to be in by the end of the year.
There's a lot going on. You should stop in at Horizon Eye Care. You can
Absolutely.
learn more about the new partnership that's going to be coming up.
Yep.
And try on some glasses and take some home,
Absolutely.
like I'm going to do.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Stick with us.
Thank you.
When using a fire extinguisher, we suggest using the pass system. Pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher that keeps the handle from being accidentally pressed. Aim the nozzle toward the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be out, watch it carefully since it may reignite. If you have the slightest doubt about whether or not to fight the fire, get out and close the door behind you. This has been a safety message from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are joined right now by two people who have been at work quietly in our community doing an assessment of our awareness as a community of addiction and addiction recovery, and how much ownership our community is taking for that. And so we are very pleased to be joined by Tiffany and Philip, and they're from Recovery is Happening, and there's a forum that's going to be taking place on June 4th, and it's open to the public. We invite you to come to that, and we'll talk more about that. But first, let's meet Tiffany and Phil from Recovery is Happening. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks so much for being here, you guys. Really appreciate it. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself, Tiffany, and just what your role is and what you're doing?
Yeah, my name is Tiffany Hunsley. I'm the Executive Director of Recovery is Happening. I'm also a woman in long-term recovery. And what that means to me is I get to be a good mom today. I get to be a friend and an employee. And I'm also not anonymous. Recovery has given my family a new purpose and a new hope for the future. And because of that, I speak out loudly about my recovery.
I love that. Because of that, you're not anonymous. I know that is part of some of the culture is,
Right.
somewhat anonymity, but it's not. Anyway, we'll go into what that is. But thank you so much for sharing that. And Philip.
Yep, and my name's Phil Rutherford, and I'm a person living in long-term recovery as well. I'm the program coordinator for Recovery is Happening. And what that means to me is that today, much like Tiffany said, I'm a better father. I'm pretty much a better guy all around as a result. I'm a registered voter, I'm a taxpayer, I'm contribute to the community. And the anonymity thing is important for us, or the lack of it, because for quite a while, people have sort of hidden that information. And there's a vibrant recovery community here in Owatonna that has been in existence for years and years. So some of what we're doing is trying to maybe peel back the curtains on that a little bit and sort of show the community what's out there already.
That people are recovering.
Yes.
That people are in long-term recovery. And I spoke with somebody else at your office who said something to me that was just really powerful, and that is that so often people approach recovery and communities approach recovery with an acute solution to a chronic problem.
Absolutely.
And that just doesn't work. But you're here to say there are other options, and people are in long-term recovery, and that's just great news. I mean, folks, everybody has a family member probably in their family that you could relate to a recovery situation and an addiction situation. I know in my family there's a fair amount of that, and so it's really good to be talking about the fact that recovery is happening.
Right. We like that.
That is great. So tell us about what you've been doing in the community, because you've been with us for a little while talking to people in the community about the obstacles that are in place here. I mean, working against recovery, and also the opportunities for people who are actively addictive and trying to recover. And so tell us what you've been doing and what you found.
Well, what we've been tasked with doing is a community needs and readiness assessment, really looking at all levels of the community and what is their knowledge and what is their readiness to have a recovery community organization and where they are at right now with that. So, Phil, you want to?
And our approach is that we look at 6 segments of the community. And we go into those segments and do interviews with folks to talk a little bit about their attitudes towards recovery. One of the things that I think inhibits people from even seeking help is stigma. So one of the big points of our assessment is to go out and sort of test the community for stigma. What are people's attitudes toward? And so we go to these various segments, so the business community, the government community, the educational community. We go to them, and there are a couple of different types of interviews that we do. And from that, we compile a data set. And then on the 4th, we will be presenting that to the Owatonna community.
So you'll be letting us know where we are as a community here in Owatonna on the spectrum of community awareness and community ownership of the recovery process.
Absolutely.
They explained that to me earlier. I sound really smart, but they just told me that. So yes, let's talk more about that.
We've done this in Dodge, Fillmore, and Olmsted, and then the 4 easternmost counties in southeastern Minnesota. So we're responsible for an 11-county area, and this section, though, will be focused on the Owatonna, Albert Lee, and even up to Northfield area, kind of what their attitudes are toward recovery.
The findings of your assessment.
Correct.
And now tell us about your organization, because you say you're responsible for this in the southeastern area. You know, how is it that you're responsible? What is your organization? How is it funded? How did it come to be? And what's your long-term goal?
That's like 7 questions.
I'm sorry. So let's just start out. Recovery is happening, and how did it get started?
So Recovery is Happening was founded by me as an individual in long-term recovery going to college. During my thesis, I did my capstone project on how communities bring awareness to the fact that people recover. I was alarmed that there had been this wonderful recovery community within the community that I was so sick in for so many years, and I wanted to bring awareness about that. And so during my research, I found out about the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration had been celebrating the fact that people recover at that time for 24 years during National Recovery Month. And so I wanted to do more than just do my capstone project on that. I wanted to create an event. So I created Recovery is Happening as a 5K walk run and a rally for recovery to show my community that recovery was happening. And that's kind of how we got our name too, because that's what we wanted to show.
It's so exciting to know that recovery is happening. It really is.
And then in 2014, I learned that state put out a grant for the state of Minnesota for someone to open a recovery community organization. And at that time, I put together a work group who submitted application for that grant and received that grant. So we really just started as an organization on August of 2014.
And who better to be heading it than somebody who knows intimately about the issue?
Absolutely.
And has done, your graduate work in this issue, and wonderful.
And the Recovery Community Organization is not exactly a household term, but basically what that means is that we have 3 areas of practice. We have an area that works with advocacy for recovery-related issues. We have an area that works with public education, like the forum that we're talking about. And we also have an area that deals with peer-to-peer support. And that is people in recovery working with other people in recovery to provide support. And that's one of the things that there are a couple of other agencies in the state that do this, but I think one thing that makes us different, people say, well, why are you different? One of the things that makes us different is that we are a product of the recovery community and supported by the recovery community. And it's a little bit different, and there's plenty of good data out there that supports that people that work in a peer-based system have success.
It removes a lot of barriers for individuals working with peers. So we have created, or adopted, I should say, a Recovery Coach Academy where we train individuals on becoming recovery coaches, and we then set them up on a one-to-one basis with the recovery that's coming in to try to remove some of them barriers that often lead to relapse and recidivism.
Okay, and so you've got those multiple points of advocacy and the peer-to-peer actual support of people who are in recovery. And then you have this piece here about the assessment and community readiness. So at the forum, if people come, what are they going to do? What are they going to learn? What are they going to participate in?
Well, three things really. First of all, we're going to present the results of the assessment, and based on our perception of what those results are, and then we will have members of the recovery community. They'll have an open forum to talk, and there are other members of the community, business leaders, government officials that are on a listening panel, and they'll be able to both listen and then respond at the end. So anything having to do with recovery or just the community in general, I think it's a good place for people to come, because this is an area that I believe is it's under discussed, right? There are plenty of people that have firsthand familiarity with this, but they haven't talked about it in a public space, and that's something that we want to bring is at least an open dialogue.
And we're going to wrap up in a sec here. The organizations that you've been working with here in the community already, I mean, there are multiple people, multiple organizations, but some of them, who are they?
Definitely United Way, all of the county agencies, adult probation, and a number of other.
Yeah, Fountain Centers, West Hills Lodge.
Okay. So these folks have been in our community, and they've been taking the pulse of our readiness for being a, what would we call it, taking community ownership of making recovery happen, right? Okay.
When and where? We've got to wrap up.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us exactly when it is and where it is.
So on June 4th at the Owatonna High School at 6:30 p.m. until 8 p.m.
Okay, great.
And where in the high school?
In the high school auditorium.
Okay. We thank you so much
You're
for the work
welcome.
you've already done and for the work you've yet to do. And thank you so much for joining us. And we hope that we'll see you at that forum on June 4th. Stick with us after a word from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. We are your community connection, and there's a lot going on in the community to tell you about. There's it looks like Smokin' and Steel is happening this Friday and Saturday. It's there, morning through night. Get there, find all kinds of great fun things to eat, listen to, and do. And then we have on June 4th, of course, we've got Recovery is Happening Forum, and that is at the school starting at 6:30 at the high school in the forum. We hope that we see you there. June 4th, also, the Historical Society is welcoming back local author Mike Eckers, who's presenting at 6:30 p.m. in the Wenger Room about the Nuremberg trials. You'll want to be there for that. And we're going to have to wrap up here, but there's a Veterans Roundtable taking place on June 9th at 7 p.m. Speaker Merrill Bergstaller will present about liberating Buchenwald in World War II. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope that we see you next time here at the Owatonna Today Show.